Hey everyone, and welcome to It's Time to Excel. You'll notice the scenery looks a little bit different, but this is what we do as business owners. There are days things don't always quite work out as planned, and sometimes you're in transition. Sometimes you guys know what I'm talking about. But of course, it is, after all, your time to excel because we inspire and we ignite the possibilities. And the possibilities is that you can do business no matter where you're at, especially in today's world. So I had an opportunity this morning to check out a networking group. I realized I haven't been networking in person other than my typical BNI at all. Really. Everything has been virtual, everything has been digital. And it was kind of interesting because I knew this topic was coming up. Of course, we're talking about spring cleaning because it's spring. It's May. It's a beautiful day. It's fabulous. It's a really nice temperature today. So it's a really great opportunity to have a little bit of a road trip this morning and enjoying some of the sun coming back. Stop and grab some lunch, even better yet, so I don't have to cook. But we're talking about spring. It is here. It is ready to go. But one thing I realized, I don't know about you, sometimes I do like to spring clean my bags, purses, especially ladies. Sometimes they have a bunch of stuff in there. That really hasn't been the case because I really haven't been bag lately. And what I realized when I got to this meeting is I grabbed my bag, I dropped my computer, brought my stuff in there. So, I forgot one thing. I have business cards. I had three. I take that back. I had three business cards and only three business cards. And what did I realize? Something that I really want to encourage when you're spring cleaning, part of that is kind of taking a step back and things that we had done normally and what's working, what's not working. Well, I was spoiled in the past. I always just had my business cards tucked in there. I knew, I was set and ready to go. I had them stashed in multiple places in case I forgot to restash it. It was all good. This morning I had three cards. It probably should have spring cleaned my bag, so I realized I only had three cards in there and could have restocked. What about when you're traveling? The world's opening up now. Are you like me and I had a bag, kind of like a go bag kind of a deal? Last trip I took on that go back wasn't quite as prepared as I had once been. What about your books? How prepared are you? Do you know what things go? Now's the perfect opportunity. It is May. May is here. I'm not sure how it got here, but it did. It's here. That means the first quarter is well beyond us. We are back at half. Yes, it's the second quarter. We're going. So where are you at towards your goals? What are you doing? What's working? What's not working? Are you a little bit behind? You wanted to go out and play in the sun and hadn't quite gotten to much yet. That happens too. Now is the time. And I want to encourage you. May is here. Now is the perfect opportunity to really take a look at what was the first quarter. What was your year goal? We talked about that in January. Where were you looking to get to for the year? And we took that year and we broke it down into quarters. And we broke it down into months. And we can take it even further and break it down into weeks. Depends on what works for you. But you know where you're trying to go to because we worked on that at the beginning of the year. So you have your goals in place. Now let's really start diving in and spring cleaning those books. Get your QuickBooks files up to date. Get everything going so that you can run those reports and know exactly how close are you. Are you a third of your way to your yearly goal? Are you an eighth of the way? Or are you 50% of the way? Where are you at? What do you need to adjust? And then take it one step further. Once you know kind of what's going on, take a really solid look and see what's working, what's not working. Do you need to add some more networking groups into there? Growth back some business cards while you're at it. Do you need to get out there and be seen a little bit? What do you need to do? Do you need to pick up the phone a little bit? Now is the time. Now is the time to really take a step back and get a handle on what's going on, especially when it comes to money. I've been seeing these little squirrels running around. I'm having a blast with squirrels. Yeah. Winston loves to chase squirrels. Like even leaves and I don't know, blades of grass and anything else that darts across his face, or imaginary or not, we're not really sure. But he chases squirrels. I know. This dog, I think, will run himself. He loves squirrels too. And he goes crazy chasing after these things. As business owners, are you chasing after your numbers? If you are,
Now's the time that we need to talk. Now is the time that we need to get our hands. We're not too far into the year that we can't recover. We're not too far into the year to not know the direction that we're going in if we need to change it. But now is the time. Now is the time to spring clean. Those piles of papers that are there, spring clean it, make a decision. Delegate, do, trash, done. And another being discard. What should you think about that? What can you spring clean when it comes to your knowledge, when it comes to your books? Or if everything caught up, are you looking at running some analysis? I'm really looking to figure out how we can make this and do it together. Because of course, when I talk about inspiring, igniting the possibilities, I want you to excel with me. Because I want to excel and I'm going to excel. And so are you. And there are some different ways we can do that, some different tracking, some budgeting, some proactive approaches that we can do. And that's what I would love. If you'd like to learn a little bit more, you need to drop that in the chat. You need to reach out. Just got to chat with Janet and schedule chat. Because I'd really like to see what programs, what concepts, spring cleaning would be helpful for you. And be able to provide that for you, or at least an option to do. As I said, I've been chasing these squirrels around. I even had a squirrel on the windowsill. I thought for sure I was going to have two dogs going out that close window. Because this crazy little squirrel was sitting on the windowsill. I'm like, seriously, how did you even get up there? And now I'm seeing them running all through the yard. The boys are having wonderful at chasing those lovers. Make sure that squirrel doesn't run off with your profits. Because if those squirrels run off with your profits, you'll get paycheck. Funny thing, that's not how we want to go. So we really want to get our handle on catching those squirrels. And now's the perfect time to do it. So let's spring clean the book. Let's spring clean that desk. Let's get organized. Because you know what? When you're organized, you know what's going on. And let's get those systems in place. Let's get step 1, 2, 3, 4. And make sure you know what you need to do. Because that way, when the phone rings and you're on step 2, you know what you got to do next. Because as entrepreneurs, we juggle way too much. There's always something that comes up in place of what we're doing. And that's just part of it. But now is the time. Take the opportunity. Take the step back. Take a look at those books. Make sure you got all those bank statements downloaded into the system. Make sure that you have all those receipts coded and put into your system. If you've got a little lax on it over the winter, spring clean and make a decision that you're going to get back on track. You start where you're at. So if you got a little lax, start 5-1 and do it right from this point forward. And then each and every week, add a little bit more. You can do it. I know you can. Because after all, it is your time to fix. And I want you to think about that. And we're going to be talking some different things. Next week, we're going to have a real interesting conversation with Sherry and McManus. She's going to be joining us, and we're going to talk about personalities. How about that? And how to connect with people with that. And some other topics that are coming up. And we're going to be talking about this kind of these squirrels. What kind of squirrels are out there, especially when it comes to your money. You want to say, well, maybe it's time to catch a squirrel. How about that? Why not join us and find out what we can do? But in the meantime, I want you to take a minute and I want you to spring clean your desk. Anything dealing with financials needs to go into piles to do, delegate, or done. And the done piles will go to the file pile. Done. It's going to have a double done. Now is the time. Get those transactions counted. Get things coded. Make sure things are reconciled. Get it done so that you can make good financial decisions and finish 2022 because it's your year to excel. Great to talk to everyone. I look forward to it. Make sure you get that spring planning done. Look forward to seeing you here